What's up, guys? Frugal BC here today, talking some big Algorand news. It just seems like I can't even keep up with the amount of news that's been coming out on Algorand while the price has been going up. And yes, that is a pump, regardless of all the other things that are happening in Algorand. I will rant about that later. But we are talking Hasab Pay getting a major investment from the Algorand Foundation and starting to get some international exposure from the UN. Good to see that. We're going to talk about that Afghanistan payment platform and what it's been doing. We've already talked about that on the show. We're going to talk a little more about that, as well as C3 going to Mainnet. That is a exchange and trading platform that's not decentralized. What's the word? Well, I think it is decentralized, but it's self-custody. That's the word I'm looking for. And that is built on the Algorand blockchain. So I'm very curious to see that because frankly, I might just move stuff over to there. We'll see, at least a little bit just to test it out. Let's see what else we got. Folks, Finance has new price feeds for real-world assets which are gold and silver. We're going to talk a little bit about that news and a new platform that provides a Patreon-style options built on Algorand. And that is a little bit complicated. It's not like it's just a website you can go use, which unfortunately, which I would really like, but it's like an API. We'll dig into that news and a lot more. But before we do that, guys, I'd really love it if you'd hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Like basically, we do the experiment and we tell you how things go. So we don't just tell you about crypto stuff. We try it out ourselves and kind of give you the thumbs up, thumbs down, just give you everything you need to know, because nothing frustrated me more as a creator or as a person on Algorand than seeing these videos, learning about this project, people acting like it's the greatest thing in the world, and then you try it out and it doesn't even work. I try it out and I just let you know exactly whether it works or not, or everything in between, everything you need to know. So also want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Non-Fungible Domains, where you can get those .algo addresses. It just works so well, guys. It's great just having a frugalbc.algo address versus that LV, and all the other numbers and letters. You're just never going to remember that. Just makes life a lot easier. And we're brought to you by Fractal Monsters, which just continues to build its Web3 game on the Algorand blockchain. And one of the reasons I partner with them is that they're doing the things they said they're going to do, and you can play it for free. It's like a kind of Tamagotchi slash Pokemon game, and a little bit of Smash Brothers too thrown in there for some recent updates. But they got new updates coming all the time, including recently. So very excited about that. Happy to have them on the team. So Non-Fungible Domains and Fractal Monsters. Check out them and all our other deals in the description below. But let's get to this video. Algorand announces this huge strategic investment into Hasab Pay. Now, we've covered Hasab Pay before. That is a digital payment platform built on Algorand in the Afghanistani market. I probably just said that wrong. Well, sorry, my friends in Afghanistan, but you've got this great payment structure. People are using it. It's kind of like a PayPal, but built on Algorand. And Algorand just announced this big strategic investment into it, so let's see what we got here. Here's the piece here. Algorand Foundation announces strategic investment in digital payment platform Hasab Pay. So blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's the first and only interoperable digital payment platforms in Afghanistan, utilizing the speed and reliability of the Algorand blockchain. Yeah, you're not going to do this on Ethereum. It's just not going to work. You wouldn't want it on Solana either, because half the time you'd be in the store, the darn network is down. Hasab Pay has facilitated 51,000 humanitarian cash transfers and has been used to pay over 1.3 million electric bills. Okay, so that's all great. This is all the good stuff about it, but how much are they putting in? Like, how do they not tell how much they're putting in? That's crazy. Yeah, so it says a lot of great things about it. It doesn't say, I skimmed it, of course, but I just didn't realize they didn't talk about how much they actually put in. That's just like such a missing hole. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, cool that they're doing that. Also, this is really neat, and I got to thank Michael Jordan for showing this. This is the World Food Program in Afghanistan, and they made this video. This is the UN, and they're talking about the assistance that they do to people in Afghanistan. As you know, the situation over there kind of challenging since we pulled out. It was challenging when we were there, so we being the US, so if you're outside of the US, I guess that doesn't apply to you, or maybe it does, other people are there too. Here they go. Yeah, they're talking about Hasab, a local fintech platform. This is all these transactions are happening on Algorand. This is great to see. Yeah, I just think this is a great thing. Having this digital payment platform, you can withdraw some cash, pay digitally at a variety of merchants. I mean, that's excellent. hopefully that'll keep expanding. I think that's a great thing. And good to see with Hasab. I like that they're getting that recognition. Glad they're getting an investment, but kind of weird to put out a press release and not say how much you're putting in. It seems like the big missing piece of information on that, but well, it is what it is. Before we get to anything else, I want to talk about the price of Algorand, because we're just above, as I'm recording this, just above 15 cents again. We just briefly touched on that 16-cent line, and in any way you slice it, this is a pump, okay? This went from below 13.5 to almost 16 before coming back down to settling right around 15. This is good. This is a good thing, okay, guys? So I put something out on Twitter about, hey, cool, the price is going up. And, you know, a lot of people are like, woohoo, but there's always these people who are like, oh gosh, the price, but the market cap, but this and that and that. It's like, guys, all I'm saying is right now the price is pumping a little, and that's a good thing, okay? Can we stop complaining about everything? Look, yes, I've talked about all those issues, you know? It's like every time you say something positive about Algorand, everyone has to bring up every issue that exists with Algorand. I've talked about it. Their marketing sucks. I've said that a million times. Marketing has been bad. I think they've overspent. They should be focusing on being a little more lean. I've worked on setting up an interview with someone on the foundation. I won't say who. I DM'd the person and we're like, cool, but can you just go through the handlers? And then I ended up dealing with two people. I had to constantly repeat myself what my request was. I mean, it was like a 16-thread email that should have been cool. Set it up, boom, 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 done. It just if this is what you're paying for, like, I don't know. It seems like pretty wasteful. Anyway, let's get to the next item. I'm trying not to be negative here. That stuff just frustrates me. Inefficiency frustrates me. What doesn't frustrate me is that C3, which is a new decentralized self-custody exchange and trading platform built on the Algorand blockchain, is going to be live on Mainnet right now and should be rolling out for the public in January, which is exactly what this says. It says, exciting news, C3's Mainnet for developers and market makers has officially launched with plans for a public rollout in January. So we are going to be keeping an eye on that. API access is now open for all developers. Market makers have been given early access to ensure liquidity and smooth operations. Backed by industry giants like 2 Sigma Venture, Jane Street, and Hudson River Trading. Let's see, $100,000 bug bounty program to enhance the security. Good to see that. I'm glad they're taking security seriously. I like these bug bounty programs because it incentivizes people to actually find the bugs and they can get paid for it. Early access for market makers. We already talked about that. While the mainnet is live for developers, our testnet remains open for public use with a reset on testnet balances, so you can go test it out, I guess, right now. I'm just going to wait for mainnet, and I will do the experiment. I will put a little bit of my crypto over there just to see how it works, and we'll go from there. But I'm really excited about this platform. I think it's going to be a great thing for the ecosystem, and it's built on Algorand. The more you can build on Algorand, the better, okay? But you guys got to think long-term about this. That's my other rant on the whole price thing. It's like, this is so early in the bull run. This isn't even the bull run. This is really the pre-bull run. And the real bull run happens after the Bitcoin halving, which is coming soon. I sometimes call it the halvening still. I guess that's out of vogue now, but to me, that's like, I just get a kick out of it because it sounds like something out of a fantasy novel. I like it. Anyway, moving on. Next one is from Folks Finance. They are offering a cryptographic, they're offering gold and silver real world assets tokenization on Folks Finance in their feed. And let's take a look at this one. I really stumbled through that one. New real world asset price feeds added to the Folks feed Oracle as gold and silver by Meld Gold. So this is the digital version of that. One Meld token is equivalent to 1 gram of the corresponding precious metal that is fully redeemable and securely stored. Integrate FFO and explore feeds at folksfeed.io. So I think that's just a cool little thing. Nothing too earth-shattering, but it's interesting that you can hold these things on the blockchain versus having the real-world assets fully redeemable, as they say. Good to see that. Good for Folks Finance. I've been big fans of them. I don't use them a ton, but I like the way they're building. Let's see what else. Last one we got. I think this one's really neat because this is a project built on Algorand that is creating a Patreon style platform for creators and others that want to monetize their content. But instead of it being a corporation and Web 2 and permissioned, it's a decentralized version of it built on the Algorand blockchain. I think this is really cool. Let's take a look here. Introducing Subtopia to Algorand Mainnet. Unlock easy subscription management for your Algorand projects. Save precious time and money on development. Focus on your product. So it features easy to deploy on-chain subscription products, multiple pricing plans, free access options, transferable product ownership, unified escrow account for revenues and analytics, on-chain discounts, upgradable contracts, public API and JavaScript SDK, GBT assistant, Discord support, and smart contracts audited by Entersoft Audits. The Soft Audits, is that what it's called? I guess it's Entersoft Audits. And they'll have a public audit report soon. And then they will have advanced customization options for subscription NFT passes, subscription marketplace, where you can trade, borrow, and experience a whole new level of ownership over your digital subscriptions. That's super interesting. Like, you'll be able to actually sell a subscription. I don't know how that's going to work. I think that's really interesting, and it's only for developers right now. So it's like an API. So you would pull that API into your program, not something that just like John Schmo can sign up on a website like Patreon. But hopefully something like that is coming down the road. I think that would be a really positive thing. I know Hedera has a similar one called Galaxy. I don't know if I wouldn't say it's exactly like that, but it is like a subscription service. I've looked into it, not a ton. I would like to look into it more, but I would love something like this on Algorand, especially if it really was like a Patreon style, which is kind of what NifGen was trying to do. Wasn't super successful for a number of reasons I've already covered, but cool that they got that going. And I think it's the benefit is that it would be for, a broader ecosystem, not just video creators. And so that's really cool. I'm glad to see that. And that's about it for this week. Yeah, I just want to say, guys, you got to be patient. Like, celebrate the small wins. When we see Algorand going up, that's a good thing. We're seeing HBAR going up. I'm still a little under on my Algorand position. I'm a little over on HBAR, but I'm really just not touching those right now. Bitcoin pumping much more, and it has been going up much more this whole time. And yeah, I'm up. Actually, my average buy-in on Bitcoin is like $30, so I've been taking a little bit of profit as it's been climbing up. And I've done that for some of my other coins. Did have a little bit with Solana, just shaving some profits. Keeping an eye on that one because I might be in a position to do that again. And that's how you make money in crypto, but you got to be patient. You got to take a little bit of profit. That's called risk management on the way up. But really, this is just the beginning stage. The big pumps are still yet to come, so keep an eye out for that. As I've said, yeah, Algorand probably not going to outperform a lot of other coins. It just hasn't. It just hasn't in the past, so I have no reason to believe it will in the future. But it's a solid project that's doing a lot of real world good, and it's the project that I actually use to do things in crypto because the stuff actually works, which is I cannot say for a lot of other stuff I've tried in crypto. Most other coins, I'm basically holding them to sell at higher prices for the speculative value. Algorand, I don't even care. I mean, I want it to go up, but like that's not the focus of what I'm doing in Algorand. I'm actually participating in it. So that's my rant for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that video and that news. Should have one tomorrow on a reaction video for someone you may or may not know actually is very bullish on Algorand. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, I'm Frugal BC. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the future.